March 26th, 2022. Almost 9 a.m. Almost time to go to work. It's the problem with wearing black, man. You get if you got dry skin or a beard. I wonder how many people watch my broadcast that have beards. Ian, what's going on, sir? Good morning to you. I mean, I really should wear more colors, but it's hard to do that when I'm working. I mean, I technically shouldn't even be wearing a black hoodie while I'm working. It should be official uh, company gear. They're very particular about those things. Good morning, John. John, you watching us on YouTube this morning? Hello, sir. So Haps is working, YouTube's working, Twitch is working, last I heard. No update on the Facebooks or the Twitters. But at least we're getting out to folks. But good morning. Swig of coffee for the working man. Woke up and there's 2 inches of snow outside. Total bullshit. Ha! Wow. Yeah. I have a beard. I bet your audience has higher than average beard per capita. Probably. Even some of our lovely ladies. I don't know. Yeah, you're on YouTube. Excellent. Is dry skin an issue? Is flakiness an issue with beards? With a lot of like, I don't use any products whatsoever. Like, I don't have time for moisturizer and shit. I don't shower every day because I'm not, I don't need to. I certainly don't wash my hair. Kathy, my love. Good morning. How are you, sweetheart? I'm starting to get into I'm starting to really consider what humanity's gone through in life. Like, how long have humans been on Earth? And how much of that time has been spent with hair products and showers, showering 2 or 3 times a day, and having food abundantly, like too much food, and you get like such a variety of food, and like the kind of shit that a an overweight 50-year-old American white male, the access that I have to things, as long as you got the money, you can indulge in so many ways. And so I've really I've been thinking about that for a while. Due to van life, where do you shower? I can use Ben's shower, although I don't. Usually I go to there's a pilot about 5 minutes away from the house, from work, I should say. About 5 minutes away, there's no, it's more like 8 minutes, but it doesn't matter. There's a pilot gas station, a truck stop that I shower. There's also, if I had a membership at Planet Fitness, they have showers as well. But I don't really. I mean, I haven't gone back into Planet Fitness yet. If I were to shower daily, like as much as some people shower, that would be awfully expensive. But it's not, because during the winter months I shower a lot more than I shower during the summer months. I shower a lot more than I would during the winter. Omega-3 fatty acid deficiency can cause dry skin. I did have very dry, flaky skin for a long time, but switched to eating a lot more fish, and I think it's been helping keep my skin healthier. Do you have to pay to shower to truck stop? Yeah, it's like $12 for a shower. But I also don't drink a lot of coffee anymore, and 3 coffees can be about $12. I don't go to McDonald's or any of the fast food places, and that could easily cost you. So, the way that I look at it is, it's and how much do you pay for a water bill? I mean, it all balances out. It all evens out. It's expensive for a shower. Yeah, I mean, it's you pay for convenience no matter what you do. Wouldn't Planet Fitness membership be cheaper per month than $12 shower? That $12 shower. It would. It would. But you also don't have to sign a contract to take a shower. You don't have to cancel a shower. I do have a Planet Fitness nearby. Yep, near Dunkin'. When I get my coffee. No, the way that I see it, there are so many things in my life that I don't have. That I don't, so many things that I don't have to pay for. Because I don't use them. I don't need them. That it's worth the if you want something, it costs money. In a lot of ways, for the most part. So I shower twice a day before work and after work. Yeah, and like most people, conventional living, if you have a home, yeah, I mean, if you have a home, you can shower every hour on the hour if you wanted to. You know, you can eat whatever's in your fridge all day long. Um, Take naps whenever you want. You know, um, edit on whatever piece of furniture that you want. That was a executive decision to edit that particular comment. I thought it good. How awesome is it? How really much of a blessing it is that we're not capable of telepathy. Could you imagine actually, like that's a curse? I would say that would be a curse. Once a day is fine for me when working, and I'm off in the winter. Just sit on the couch. I can do it every other day. Yes, but I work in healthcare, so I feel I need to shower off people with germs on. Now, yes, good point. If you are working with working healthcare professionals, if you're in that environment, I certainly can understand wanting to shower. And also, there are some jobs. If I was working in a place, fortunately, the restaurant industry, the food service industry, a lot of places that you could work, a lot of grease in the air, a lot of uh, a lot of stuff to deal with in that department. Like I've had jobs working fast food and stuff where you feel like you're covered in this layer of ugh. So I can certainly understand that. One moment, please. Swig of meds for the working man. I'm an adult man in my 30s, but from time to time, I love taking a nice long hot bath instead of a shower. There is something to be said about a bath versus a shower. I wouldn't, you know what? That's a very good point. Like, I think I might treat myself at some point. It's been a minute. In the next few months, maybe around my birthday, I might treat myself to a hotel room. It's been a bit. It's been a little bit since I did, but having pool access and considering how infrequently I do stuff like that, maybe go for like maybe go fancy, a nice warm soak in a bath. Yeah, like that's something I may plan to do for my birthday. Um, there's a festival going on in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, called Monsters on the Mountain, and I think it's a 3-day festival where they have like a lot of rock bands. One of my biggest influences as far as bands, the band Queensryche will be playing on Saturday, August 20th, my birthday. I'll be turning 50 years old. So maybe I can book me a hotel room for a couple nights. Like see if they find the nicest hotel room that I can in Gatlinburg and book it. A suite. Just like treat me. Because you only turn half a century once. I may do that. And then of course I'll broadcast with you guys. Um, I'd love to share the day with folks. That'd be kind of cool, right? Now, like if I go full VIP, I'll be digging into a credit card. I'll just without getting into detail, I'll be digging into a credit card for sure. But it's a good thing that I'm not going anywhere this year. I've already decided that I'm not going to travel this year, other than within Tennessee, maybe Kentucky type of thing. Like a weekend sort of a gig. You look good for 49. If you said you were 35, I'd believe you. The grays kind of give it away a little bit, but thank you for saying so. And normally, I think I'm very judgmental of myself. So because I want to treat myself better, I won't complete that sentence. Let me just say thank you. I'm very self-conscious. I'm very judgmental of myself and the way that I look. I deal with my face on a daily basis, and especially the past few years, looking at this as I'm trying to broadcast to people. I'm never going to be satisfied with myself, but thank you for saying so. I certainly feel like feel a lot younger and act a lot younger, think a lot younger. So, agreed. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's something I was thinking about too. Like sitting here in my van right now, there was a time when my father was this age, right? And that I was alive when my father was this age. And so I think to a specific point in time when I was standing in a room with my father. He was my age and I was younger. And I think about that, right? I visualize that in my mind. And when I compare me now to him then, I am still closer to me as a kid than him as an adult. Like I see my dad as just being older, like the way that he looked, the way that he acted, um, because he was a different type of man. With what he grew up with and the experiences that he had in his life, and just the physical appearance of my dad. Like I don't look like my dad did. I look a lot closer. I look a lot closer to me as a a young man than him. Certainly, I would probably say I was like 19, 20, give or take a year. No, it would have been earlier than that. I would have been like 16 or 17 or 18 or something like that. But anyways, um, yeah, it's just odd to think about that. You know, that point in time versus this point in time. Um, it's interesting. But getting back to what I was saying, so I know I want for sure to get the VIP backstage meet and greet treatment for that event. I'll get the VIP package. Because like I don't plan on really doing anything else special for the year. I don't plan on doing any traveling. If I do any traveling, it's within the state of Tennessee, and it's going to be like a day thing, like going up to Clinton or not well near Clinton, Norris, going up to Norris or somewhere along. Find a piece of river and park on a piece of river. Uh, it'll probably be in the next few months, you know, the late spring or fall ish. So what would that be, like May ish, or November, October, November, October probably. Anyways, or both really, if it's just going to be for a day or two, you know. So I don't have any plans that are going to cost me that much. Um, so the one thing I want to do for the year, well, that sounds like a good idea. Treat myself to a hotel room, see if I find some place with a bath, a pool access, so I can jump in a pool. I haven't for a while. Nice luxurious bed. Though to be honest, I love my bed. Think about your bed right now. The bed that you have, the covers, the position, the temperature, all that stuff. How do you like your bed? It's amazing when you get rid of a lot of stuff in your life. Like with the house, when I had the house. So I've always been poor. I've never had a lot of luxury. Um, and I've been fine with that. You know, all that stuff has been a treat. It's an addition too. But I've never really had an uncomfortable bed. You know, um, have I always eat the healthiest? No. There's some times where you struggle and stuff like that. Sure. I haven't always had a phone in available, and be able to have a lot of things that I have now. I got a phone in my pocket that's basically a home computer. I got I got clean. I get clean clothes. I got a bed. I can't think of a time when I really had a lot of stuff. The best life that I've lived is the time that I spent with Pam. And having that house, having more rooms than I could use, uh, closet space. Granted, it was her closet space. I had a half of one closet. Let's be honest here. But a swimming pool, and then building the shed, building that into a studio, and that was pretty damn good. And the fridge was always full. Um, you know, 2 cars. Thank goodness that Pam had standards, because we wouldn't be living that way. I am absolutely the studio apartment type. Never been one to want more than I need, and to a certain degree, never really thought that I deserved anything more than that. I never thought to strive for a house and maybe a career. I thought myself worthy of the thing that I was passionate about doing every day, and because that's always been a part of my life is, what do I love? And I want to do what I love. And I like to get paid to do what I love. So that sort of thing has always been the thing I've focused on, and never material things. But I think back to the house, and I think the bed that we had was just a lot of. I mean, it was a lot. A house full of new furniture. A I think that computer that I had, that I bought, was the first major computer. Like it was a pretty, at the time, a pretty decent computer that I bought. Um, dual monitors and a corner desk, and uh, like Stormtrooper, the computer that Ben has in his garage now. Yeah, at that point in my life, at that time, being with Pam, I had it pretty good, pretty damn good. But that being said, my default, the thing that's keeping me sane, is the change in my life that I've had, uh, moving to an unconventional lifestyle, van lifing, van living rather. Um, uh, that's more my personal speed, I guess, and it's still a lot because I'm guilty of indulging, and maybe I'm more conscious of that than the average person would be. Maybe I well, I not maybe I definitely think too much about things. And one of the things that I think too much about and I care too much about is the fact that I look at the food that I eat. I've eaten, and obviously I don't look this way because I live poorly. I look this way because I've lived well. Indulging in certain foods repeatedly, eating whenever I want to eat, not worrying about calories, not worrying about the types of foods that I eat, the health of the foods that I eat. And then heart attack. But no, I shouldn't blame the heart attack solely on what I eat either. Although certainly the strain on my this that's a big contributor. um, it's a little warm, as a matter of fact. In fact, I don't even need that on at all. He says, with his feet feeling a little cold. As soon as I shut off that, it's going to cool off in here real quick. So in response to what Ian said, we don't have snow here, but it's certainly cold. Near freezing temperatures. Low 40s. Last night, I think it probably got to like 42. And in a van without insulation, it got cold quick. The space heater definitely kicked in and came in handy there. But good to know, like, just with that space heater, that was kind of a cold winter for a bit. It's good to know that the temperature can get down to like 12 degrees. No, did it get down to 12? One day it got down to like around the mid-teens. But even if it gets down to like 20 degrees, like that's good to know that at least in Tennessee, I can survive a winter with very little issue. I'm happy about that. Moisture is the one thing that you got to deal with, though. Probably the biggest pain in the ass living in a van. Who's still watching? Nobody's talked in a while. I haven't gotten any comments from anybody in a little bit. I know people are getting their day started. Chime in. Let me know who's there. Something tells me also that my cell service, I've gone through my data a lot, so I know that I think that the stream quality is not going to be fantastic towards the end of the month. Not watching but listening. All right, nice to know you're still there, John. Yeah, the quality of video. Let me know otherwise, but I'm pretty sure the quality of video isn't so great. Just because I know I'm sure that they capped my plan switching over to T-Mobile. They probably limit my usage. Another one of those challenges that I have to face if I want to continue live streaming to people. Oh, and on the subject of live streaming, if it's useful to anyone or if it's interesting at all to anyone, I've made some investments. I've invested a little more into the studio aspect of it. Ben and I are really excited about what we're doing. One of the things that I wanted to do this week was, in discussing it with Ben, was improving the studio situation. Content-wise, we got it. We kind of know what we want to do, and that's going to be a process. Visually, there are certain things that we want to do that we're if we're going to use the space, we want to make the space a little more professional, a little more pleasing to the eye. And it's taking whatever that's one of the things that I enjoy so much. And this is probably not going to be interesting to anybody else, but it fascinates the hell out of me. Like, it's to nerd out about aspects of video production, to nerd out about how do we make a broadcast, how do we do a live stream in the studio. I loved what one of my favorite experiences was fixing up the shed, and I miss the shed so much because uh, Pam helped out, Ben helped out, but I loved working on that shed, painting the walls black and finding the little bits and pieces to put the thing together. A little bit of rug, getting the carpet in, the small the fridge that we had, the couch. Like, what a find that couch was. Somebody up the road from where we lived had this amazing couch it was so ugly. I loved it so much. It was this plaid. It was red, yellow, blue, and green plaid couch. and it had a lot of dog hair on it. But so you just got to, just vacuum and shampoo and vacuum the couch. But it was surprisingly comfortable. It needed a little bit of repair, but it was this perfectly good couch that it fit great in that space, and like it needed a couple the shed needed a couple things. Um, I think the main problem was moisture. Being in Florida, humidity and stuff like that, it can get kind of rough. But it had an AC unit in the shed. It just needed to be the insulation needed to be worked on, and then what's up, Thrawn? Good morning, sir. Or good evening, I should say, where you are, right? What time is it over there? What time is it through the Earth? No, through the Earth it would be like the Indian Ocean, I think, is where it would come out. But are you going to go live on the church grounds again? 11:25 p.m. there. All right. Well, good evening to you, sir, or nearly good morning. Would you care for a pizza? I'll toss one to you. I don't know if I'm going back to Florida at all. I'm not sure. Maybe to visit, but I don't know if I'll live there for a while. Yes, I could use a pizza as a hat. Um, uh, yeah, what was I talking about? The studio. I was so happy to build that shed. If it's gluten free and dairy free, I could eat it. I don't think you'd want to. Gluten free wouldn't necessarily be a problem, but dairy free, how could to have a you know what? I'll put it this way. For you, sir, I could make it, but because I care about you so much, I wouldn't allow you to eat a pizza without cheese. Like you don't deserve that. Find something better. You can get some yummy cheese that's dairy free. No, we can't. That you can go ahead and purchase. Go ahead and buy a pizza. Go ahead and get the ingredients and make yourself a pizza. Domino's wouldn't be able to do that, and the money's not coming out of my pocket. But feel free to enjoy yourself a pizza, dairy-free pizza. I found some here. I've had dairy-free and gluten-free pizza here. Oh, nice. Very cool. I'm just thinking about what Domino's can make. I've made a gluten-free and dairy-free pizza, and basically it's sauce and it's super dry. It's like dried tomato paste on a cracker. It's kind of gross. So if you can make it work, I'm sure we do have, there it would be meat, absolutely, but still, like you would not want a Domino's pizza that's gluten free and dairy free because it's small and it's dry and it looks gross. Like I wouldn't eat it. But if you can find the ingredients at a supermarket and make it yourself, I'm sure it's a million times better than what. May I have some prawns? We don't put prawns on pizza, but although I have had shrimp Alfredo pizza, which is pretty amazing in Rhode Island when I went up with my brother to visit Pam one last time. Um, we stopped at I don't know if it was Connecticut or Rhode Island, but we did stop. I have a picture on my phone. We stopped at a hotel and got um, I ordered a shrimp and spinach Alfredo pizza from this one place, and it was amazing. My alarm's about to go off. Hold on one second. I apologize if this is going to be super loud. I'm going to try to catch it before it gets really loud. but it just notices 9:29 and my alarm goes off at 9:30. Come on. Come on. Giddy up, yeah. Maybe you could get Domino's to introduce it. If you don't mind me saying so, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I think my relationship with Domino's is the most it could be right now. I deliver pizzas between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sorry. I deliver pizzas for Domino's between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I receive money from them for my work. That is the extent of my relationship with Domino's. My fingering skills are impressive. I'm a little rusty. Don't ask me how I get rust on my fingers. That was a bad joke. Well, I do finger an Android. Woo! Sorry. I'll be here all week. Try the deal. Tip your veal. Try the waitress. You had to take it one step further, didn't you? Yeah. You were the one that you were. Wait, I don't remember if you were the one, but somebody said I should be a manager or something, or I should open my own pizza place or something. And I will say what I said then. I don't want to do much with society pretty much at all. I want very little other than, like, if I need to eat, I'll find a place to eat. If I need to sleep, I'll do so away from society. So my interaction with society, I want to be very limited, other than providing entertainment and conversation to individuals that will gravitate to my. I will create a safe space that people are a haven where people are welcome to join me in nice conversation. And you got to eat. Eating is necessary for life, so that's my interaction. If I ever need to purchase anything, I'll go to a store and I'll purchase something. But it's not something that it's not like a very long interaction that I will have with people. Just want to be a cog. I don't even really want to be a cog, to be honest. I am fully embracing the virtual life. So other than some small interactions that I would have with people, yeah, I can't make the money live streaming that I can make delivering pizza for 3 days a week. But I have a really cushy gig here where I can, for 3 days a week, I can make enough money to pay the bills. But I don't want to get any more involved with that. I don't want to change my job. I don't want a promotion. I don't expect a raise just because I'm at that job and continue to be at that job, sort of thing. I wouldn't expect any change whatsoever in my work situation. I'm very comfortable with the amount that I interact. OnlyFans pizza delivery page, you might make a fortune. OnlyFans pizza delivery page. But see, again, that would go against the whole comfortable situation, because Domino's does not like it when people, if I had on the uniform and I did any sort of a lot of social activity, put it that way, representing their company, that would be grounds for them to. I've heard them do it before. If anybody acts a fool on the internet, something that they don't like in whatever way, in whatever fashion they have, they could say, if you're no longer an employee. So I'm not a wave maker in that sense. Um, so what were we talking about earlier? Uh, let's see. The what's going on with the studio. So Ben and I had discussed the stuff that we want to do in the studio, the way to make it look nice, to to pretty it up for when we go on the air, and I've invested a little bit of my money into doing so. Um, one piece of audio equipment, a webcam, a some lighting, some soundproofing for the walls. What else did we look into? There's a few things, and I can't remember. Can't remember what they were. But anyways, um, egg cartons for soundproofing. They do look very similar to egg cartons, but no. The foam the foam tiles. I did find some for that, like, it was very fulfilling to search for these few items on the internet. The foam tiles, um, two LED lights for super cheap. I was really amazed. I think it was like $60 or something like that for these two pieces of these two lights with the stands and stuff like that, and they came really recommended. Um, to do the research and find these things. The interface that we got for to replace our massive soundboard, a second webcam, because we had two webcams, one of which was an older one that doesn't match the quality of the newer one that we have. So I at least got a second of the newer model. Um, so our cameras will match. Ben bought some rope and some shower curtains so that we can make some of that look decent. Behind me, there's be like a decent backdrop and not just a whole bunch of shit. Not just a whole bunch of stuff behind it. Um, what were the other things that we got? Microphones I'm holding off on because we like those are expensive and nothing that we need immediately. Uh, I can't remember the rest, but it's like I'm really excited because it's a few things, a few items. The one thing that we're gonna need to work on will be the air conditioning to get an air conditioning type of a setup in that part of the office. Probably a small portable um, AC unit. So, and those are expensive. I'm not sure how much that's going to cost us, but the amount of work that we're putting into the making it look nice, it's all come, and yeah, there will be new, yeah, probably, but uh you you gotta work with it. You gotta work with what you got. We'll make it work. figuring out the technology and getting the visual, the office space working properly. Figuring out how to uh, package the product, the content properly, and get it out on social media. Like, it's all things that I'm learning how to do. And the key to it is me not doing everything. Like, I'm just grateful to have Ben there, because Ben can work on the audio aspect of it. And there are some things that he could research, and there are some things, some of the conversation he can provide. Having Ben as a broadcast partner, having Ben as a content partner, uh, being able to split some of the duties, duty. I'm so happy about that. Like, I get so overwhelmed when I have to do everything on my own, and there's only so much that I can do, because, like, the one rule that I have in my head is I don't want to do everything. So if I'm not doing everything, not everything is getting done. Which is why I'm talking to my phone right now. It's the reason why I'm in my van, and I'm not going to put any backdrop behind the van. I'm not going to try to figure out how to get music and stuff. Do all all the bells and whistles on this. This is just what it is. It's me getting on my phone and connecting with people. Um, I'm not using social media to the fullest. Uh, there are probably other tutorials that I can learn, other things that I could learn about how to market, whatever I'm doing. But I am comfortable with the level that I work by myself, and I'm fine with not gaining a lot of followers this way, just by myself. I'm not. What's more important to me, a good chunk of what's important to me in what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis is mental health, and, saving my sanity, and trying not to overwork myself or overwhelm myself, because I am definitely the type of person that would get so concerned, and so, like, I would end up turning on me if my ambition is as strong as it used to be, and I'm doing everything on my own. I will turn on myself. I will look at everything that I've done, everything that I have not accomplished, and I will consider it a failure, and no one to blame but myself. And then I will put myself down at every opportunity, and it just, like, because that's how my life has been. If So the only option for me in that case is for me to just be chill. And what's the prayer that they use? Have the strength to accept the things you cannot change, to have the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That Just allow things to be. Because I wouldn't call myself a perfectionist, but I'm definitely a person that holds a certain quality standard. Like, my expectations are, if you are going to live stream, if you are going to have a podcast or a broadcast, um, it needs to be of a certain quality. Which is, like, why I said, I don't broadcast, or when I do, it's a certain type of broadcast. Just me, talking to whoever wants to be in the room, and I accept that. Uh, if I did more, then I would expect more results. Where Periscope, you're not super anal, but relatively. I have expectations. And probably, to be honest, it probably is not right for me to be this way. Like, if I have, there should be balance between the work that you do and the results that you see from it. I'm idealistic. That's what I call it. That's what it basically is. I believe that the work you put in is reflected by the rewards that you gain for your work. My work is worth something. Don't you deliver pizza and get cash back? Yeah, right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you when I perform a job, I'm a professional when I perform my job, and I expect to be paid as a professional. When I if I'm using a free app to sit in my van and have a conversation with whoever wants to listen, if 3 people, 5 people, like, that's about what I expect. If 5 people react to me, if say 5 people throughout, I was on, like, I've been broadcasting for like an hour right now. If I'm on for an hour or 45 minutes, if I'm on for 45 minutes and I talk to 5 people, that's exactly what I expect. I don't expect more. I don't expect hundreds of people watching me. Um, it would be nice. Like, I've had 19 people at least view the broadcast, um, which is nice. You know, uh, I don't expect hundreds of people. When Periscope was live and everyone was getting on board the Periscope train, everyone was, when we first started, and I had, 30, 40 people watching me, that was great, but it wasn't anything that I expected. I was super grateful for it, but that was also the popularity of Periscope and the everyone being drawn to it. There wasn't so much me in what I did. The folks that stuck around this long after 5 years, um, ish, uh, I appreciate very much. But like I said, it's those people like you, Thrawn, the people that continue to come back. Um, that's what I expect. That's what I would hope for. That's what I hope for. If I put in that much work, that level of work, get 5 people to come in and say hi, and it's that's worth it. The I'm paid for my services. If I put a studio together and I broadcast for a couple of hours and I put the production quality in, I'm like a bad punny. I always show nice. If I put the work in to, like, have to use the technology, to use the software, the sound quality is great, the video quality is great, the content quality is great. I'm doing it on a consistent basis. I'm focusing on the production value, the consistency of the content. Um, integrated chat and graphics and sponsors, merchandise. If I put more into it to make it more of a thing, then I would want more than 5 people watching. I would, especially when you're dealing with sponsors and stuff like that, because it's like I want to make everything worth the work that you put into it, which I think is fairly reasonable. It doesn't always work out that way, but I'd say it would be fairly reasonable that, and then after the broadcast, to clip some of that stuff that we've done and put it up on other forms of social media like TikTok and whatnot. That's extra effort you're putting in, extra work that you're doing, and you would like to see a return on that. You're investing your time, investing your money. You want to see a return on your investment. It's a reasonable thing to hope for. I'm not. As much as one can dream about winning the lottery, as much as one can dream about becoming famous, or the fortune and famous stuff like that, has never been a concern for me. Here's an old chestnut that I haven't brought up in a while. I've said since my teen years, I do not want fame and fortune. I want recognition and financial security. Like, which in some cases could be just as unattainable. It still sounds like it, expecting a lot, but I thought I'd see that being more reasonable than fame and fortune. I want recognition for my work, or like being even though being in a band and stuff like that. Same thing. Um, I want people to recognize me and acknowledge me for the work that I've done, and think nice things of me. And I would like to be compensated for the work that I do. Earn my keep. So, and that's the me I want to be. See what I did? What a button. I put such a button on that. Thank you and good night, everybody. Have a wonderful day. It's time for me to go to work. I love you guys very much. Anybody that's watched, anybody watching the replay, anybody hanging out here watching me live now, Thrawn, sir, you are amongst those people. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Time to go to work. Don't know if I'm going to be back on today, but I will definitely be back on soon. It makes me really happy to connect with you guys, to be able to talk to y'all. And good things are coming, I hope. But thank you very much. Follow me if you haven't followed me yet. Please share the broadcast with your friends. Always nice to make new friends. Sincerely. And if you aren't connected with me on social media, look me up on socials. It's 3TWO3ONE. It's 3231 on your Twitch and your Twitter and your Instagram and Facebook. And you can even go to 323.1, 3TWO3.ONE. That'll go to my links page. I don't want fame and fortune. I want recognition and financial security. I love that. Great quote. Thank you, John. Thank you. Because that's a reasonable ambition, a reasonable goal to achieve. I'm glad you approve. Thank you, sir. But go to 323.1. That'll go to our links page where you can look up like Venmo and PayPal and all the social medias, merch and a Patreon, all the stuff that we're going to be throwing up there. Thanks for everything, Matt. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. Tav Love. What's up, buddy? But yeah, check out all the links. Connect wherever you want to connect. Throw a couple bucks my way if you have a couple bucks you want to put in the tip jar. I would appreciate it. Not necessary, but always, always, always appreciated. You know how it is. We're all trying to work our ass off to try to make a buck and try to get somewhere in life. So your contributions are welcome. But the main part is connect with me. I want that connection. I want that community. Your presence is requested and appreciated. But I love you very much. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.